Okay, don't laugh because I can hear it, okay? Jason. Hey guys, welcome to episode 20 of Simple Ken. I got an old friend for this one. Thank you so much for coming and joining me in the wonderful experience known as long form content, or as I like to call it, long recording of me talking. Last episode we had my very good friend Tara, who is now married, and technically from the famous trio, two are gone. I'm not married yet, but there's a third person who betrayed us long ago. I got married when he was but a babe, and all the way joining us from Arkansas for an election update. I'm kidding. He is my very good old friend, Mr. Jaison Padacheril. How are you doing, Jason? How are you doing?
Hey, man. Excited to be on.
Jason, this is the first Simple Ken, Jason, which is I'm shooting at night because I wanted you to record in the morning so you're fresh and you're nice and bright for the video.
I always wanted to ask, who sang the intro for your Simple Ken video? It's damn catchy, man.
You know, the funny thing is terrible, but I don't know her name. I have a friend called Nigel Rajaratnam, and he's a musician. He worked in Die Trying. The music was done by Nigel and a band called Chai Mein Toast. So Nigel is my go-to guy, and we did this show right with Abhish A+K. I don't know if you know. So it's like we did a live show, me and Abhish, and Nigel came with us, and he's a composer and a musician, very talented guy. So I asked him, hey, can you make a jingle for my thing? I told him a rough idea, and he's very talented. So he made the thing, and then he's like, I have a friend, she'll come over, she'll sing. So I have no idea what her name is, which is terrible. But I will put it up here as a text when I edit this video. So the audience knows what her name is. Actually, that's a question that people keep asking. So thanks for asking that.
Yeah, man, of course. It's really
so Jason,
catchy.
I just want to say that you have been very nice and you've been preparing a lot for this session. You got a new mic. You got a ring light. I think you got a new tripod as well. So that's very sweet of you to take this so seriously. I think you take it more seriously than I did. While Tara she did a lot of work, but you actually outdid her. So Tara, if you're watching, I guess Jason has one up on you.
Oh man, do I get an award or something? Do I get a prize?
The prize is my friendship.
Oh man, I'm bored of that.
Yeah, I was just saying that Jason is the better friend, and Jason thought I won't admit it on Simple Ken, but it's true that Jason's always been in touch. He's always actually Jason.
I think you're like creating a war. There's going to be so much hate coming from our friends right now.
No, I mean, in terms of you and I, who puts more into the friendship? It's obviously you.
That is true. You can be the worst friend ever. Yes, we can go on and on. I think we can dedicate a whole episode about what a horrible friend, or I mean, not a bad friend, but at least how bad you are in staying in touch.
But Jason, you've always been the more sociable, the more extroverted, and you're very, very good with people. And I think I learned that from you. Our first friendship memory is you coming over to my house and asking me to come out and play. And I used to wear that one black t-shirt, if you remember.
Oh my God, the black t-shirt. So my memory of your black t-shirt, I don't know, and correct me if I'm wrong, but my memory of your black t-shirt, and it's so symbolic, right? Because I feel like it signifies you, like that's your trademark look with the black t-shirt. But I remember it being a turtleneck black t-shirt. Was it?
Jason,
was it
I
a
never
turtleneck?
wore a turtleneck. It wasn't a turtleneck.
For some reason. I'm pretty sure it was a turtleneck.
So I was dressed as Steve Jobs when I was in the 6th standard.
But I mean, I for some reason, I just remember you as a turtleneck black t-shirt who was obsessed with Shah Rukh Khan. Because I think you had a Shah Rukh Khan poster. Did you have a Shah Rukh Khan? Did you have a Shah Rukh Khan poster in the room?
No, man. I didn't have Shah Rukh, but I think I liked him a lot. You're right. Oh, man.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Your hairstyle, man. The whole like comb to the sideways. You had the whole thing going on.
Okay, I think that's enough. I think it's established I was a nerd.
But that's funny how you say that your first memory is me coming over, because my first memory is, and ironically, it's
in church
when we met at in church.
Yeah, and wait, no. Was it? Oh yeah, it was that. Yeah.
Yeah, and
you came up to me. That's how like social and nice you are. Like you came up to me.
Yeah, because I saw you and I was like, dude, this guy lives in my complex. And I was like, I should say hi. And I approached your, you with wearing your black t-shirt, turtleneck. And I was like, but we connected. And remember the one thing we were obsessed at the
Matrix.
The Matrix. Oh my God, what a revolutionary. And you know what's so funny? Because we would try to dissect the movie and try to like understand what the whole concept was, and I think we got it totally wrong back then. Like our interpretation, because now watching the movie again.
What was the interpretation? I don't remember.
I mean, the whole concept of agents. We used to think that they were like we never comprehended that it was like a virtual reality world, and we're the difference between what's real and what's this whole program of a world. And I think we just got it completely wrong. And yeah, it's just funny to look back to see how stupid we were. Yeah.
I remember that we were in catechism class, and I think the priest said Sodom and Gomorrah, and I think Gomorrah is a character in the Matrix. We both looked at each other and we like laughed or like smirked, and he caught us. Yeah. And he said, you both need to stop talking. But then after that, my memory, I remember we met in church, but my strong memory is of you pulling me out of my house and you're like, you need to come out and meet people more. And I'm like, okay, fine.
And
wait, I just realized, Jason, that some people who must be listening will be like, oh, very nice, your friendship and all, but we don't have context. So I'm going to quickly give context to Jason. So Jason is one of my oldest, I think my only friend who I've known for so long, mainly also because I've had a very nomadic life because of Navy. So the moment my dad retired and I came to Bangalore, one of the first friends I made outside of school was Jason, and he's one of the only friends I've had throughout the entire period, mostly because Jason kept in touch, and I once in a while did the bare minimum. And then Jason and I also did videos together, and we also actually did the Comedy Central show, which was the living room where Jason and I acted. Fond memories. We did all of that, and then suddenly Jason got married, moved to Kochi. And then suddenly he moved from Kochi to Arkansas. So that's where he's at right now, just to up to speed to everyone who's wondering. Who's this guy? He's my friend Jason.
I think talking about the whole evolution of, especially you, when we started off our home videos, right?
Yeah.
And taking us back then, it's in hindsight, it's crazy how, and this is not even like a decade year, like it's not even like 10 years back. This is like how many years back since we kind of started making home videos? 2013?
No, dude. We started making videos when I was 18. So it's actually, 10 years ago, 10, 11 years ago.
Okay, exactly 10 years. So, but it's just funny like how our process was. Like, I don't think I've ever shot a video with you when it was so structured and so well planned. It would literally be us just waking up one day. We'll have like a very, very high level kind of plot, and I'll come over to your house, or rather you'll come over to our house, and we would just shoot it like that. No planning, no like, okay, let's plan. Okay, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. Just literally set up the camera, boom. And I remember that we would shoot the video, and you would do the editing, and then you would release the video. And then I don't know about you, but my excitement for the next day would be waking up, opening the video and seeing how many views. And if we got like 100 views, I'd be like, we made it, dude. We made it.
Oh, man. So I think the first thing
no, I was just going to say, and ironically also, you would think that the living room would be a little better process or on something on that scale, right? Like, I mean, it's Comedy Central, but no.
Nope.
My fond memory is we get on the plane, go to Mumbai, right? We freshen up, we go to a Starbucks, okay? It's you, it's me, Aniket Dasgupta, right? We walk in.
Aniket also was a childhood friend, yes.
Yes, yeah, childhood friend. And you guys work very closely with each other, right? And you're like, okay, get your coffee and start writing skits. And this is like a day before we start shooting Comedy Central. So, and you were obviously going through a lot of pressure, and totally understandable. But me and Aniket were like, damn, man, like, we just have to like generate all these skits, and it clearly reflects on the show. So, but
I mean, that show was it was so bizarre. I think now that you bring it up like that, it's not like things improved after that. I can think of 2 more projects which had the same structure, but Comedy Central was a very bizarre show. Like, it was very badly planned, and we didn't have enough time. Budgets were bad. The concept of the show kept changing. So it was quite an unpleasant experience. I mean, not because of just Comedy Central. It was the person who was running that project was quite bizarre. And anyway, but coming back to the process of how we did things, to be honest, man, like if it takes a lot of work to a point where it feels like work, then I might as well just work. Like, I might as well do a job. And I think it was always fun to do things with you because you were always game for anything. I mean, you still are. And if I came with you, I know that worst case, if the video is shit, at least we had fun.
We had so much fun, man. I mean, there was this phase when we were so obsessed with the British accent, right? And we just we're like, man, this accent is so freaking awesome. Let's make a video on it.
How is it, being in a movie after a really long time? I mean, did you
being on a movie, being in a movie is quite an experience, yeah? It's like jumping on a kangaroo, not a little bucket.
Well, that's quite an analogy. Well, analogy. Okay, let's forget about it, okay?
And I mean, I don't know. I honestly don't know how people reciprocated to that watching that video, but all I know is that we had a blast.
Oh, ironically, that character was called Nigel.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy who made the Simpletons song and the character is called Nigel. It was
I think Nigel Thornberry, I think, was the name you made up. Yeah.
What was the other name?
Charlie.
I can already tell you where those 2 names came from. Nigel Thornberry is from the Nickelodeon show, and Charlie is from that video like, Charlie, you bit my finger. That's all. That's all the thought behind it.
We had to, man.
But your accent was way better than what I was doing. Oh man, that video is still up on YouTube. So, but I mean, it's a big reason for me doing anything was you. I remember when I wrote any song or made any like stupid video, you used to be so encouraging and excited about it. And then eventually we started doing things together. And I think if you were not there, I don't think I would have had the confidence to keep doing more things, because for a long period of time, my motivation was I get to like spend time with you and we do something fun, and then you will like it and we will look at it and and then eventually it started getting traction. I mean, after 7 years.
but man, I see, that's why I think I disagree with you, right? I mean, I was an awesome friend and everything, but I'm not gonna like discredit that, but
True.
you were bound to reach where you are because you put in the work. I mean, I don't. You were an extremely hardworking person, but it wasn't just your hardworking. You were so different. I mean, there are people who are unique, but you were just so crazy. I mean, I can't even explain it. And I don't know if you kind of sobered down now, but I just remember when you were a kid, you were just all over the place. Have you sobered down? Or because, I mean, we don't meet in person that often nowadays, so I really don't know, but
you're right.
Do you think you kind of toned down?
But I think the reason that happened is because I finally found an outlet for it, which was stand up and YouTube and Instagram. So it's also thank you so much for saying all those nice things. But I think when the lockdown happened, that's when I realized, oh my God, I need that outlet because I was getting frustrated that I can't act stupid and crazy anymore on stage. So it's actually a blessing. Like it really fits in well with who I am. But I've definitely sobered down, dude. Oh my God, remember I used to do improv in Bangalore and the constant feedback I got was two things. Don't run around so much and slow the fuck down. And I was like, okay, I'll do that.
I mean, it's crazy, dude. Like, I was going through my emails, like the long back.
We used to send emails to each other.
Yeah, and you were so in character when you used to send me these emails. I think you were in character of this African American rapper kind of persona going on. Like you would be like, yo, J-Dog, and this is just an email, right? I mean, just a normal email. And you would still be in this wacky character sending me these emails. And I'll be like, who does this, right?
Yeah, even Naveen said that in one episode. He was like, you do something out of every situation, and that's kind of helped with my stand-up because I'm constantly getting practice. But enough about me, Jaison. We need to find out about you. So what's really interesting about our friendship is we're so similar, but we're so different. Like, the trajectory of our lives are so different, where technically you're the funniest guy I know, but you don't kind of want to pursue or even are interested in the performing arts, and you live a very, classical form of life compared to mine, obviously. Where, you work in a company, you're married, you settle down, while I had such a violent and volatile career and relationships. But so let's get into a day in the life of Jaison Padacheril, because Arkansas also, whenever I tell anybody that you're in the US, and they're like, oh, where is your friend? And I'm like, oh, he's in Arkansas. They're like, what? That's such a specific place to be in. Can you tell us how it is to be in Arkansas and how it is different from Bangalore?
Oh, it's so different on so many levels.
Do you miss Bangalore?
First of all, of course, man. Bangalore's home. Bangalore's where all the memories are, right? Bangalore's where my best friends are. So of course I miss Bangalore. But coming to Arkansas, even initially when I found out that I had to go to Arkansas, I had to open up like Google Maps and figure out like where exactly is Arkansas. It was very random, but now being here for, I think it's about more than 2 years now, it's a great place because it's such a small town, and there's no crime. And the first perception of people when you hear that you're in Arkansas, they'd be like, are people racist and everything? And in my town, thank God it's not. The people are super nice, very friendly. There's literally no crime in my area, and the best part is no traffic. I've been so spoiled with no traffic. So living in Arkansas has definitely been, and it's beautiful. Man, every Saturday I make it a point to go for one hike. I'll just pick one trail, and me and my friends will just go for those hikes, and we have a kick-ass time. It's I can't complain.
It's
given me this beautiful home. So
it's
that's a cherry on top.
I got the chance to go and meet Jaison in his older place in Arkansas itself. And we went to, it was so cool. You had work and you still took time out and you drove us, you and your wife, Alfie, to that haunted hotel we went to?
It was America's most haunted hotel, dude.
It's America's most haunted hotel?
Most haunted. Yeah, you can Google it. The Crescent Hotel. Like it came in that, it's called the Crescent Hotel.
Crescent Hotel, correct.
Yeah.
And, it was such a cute trip. I mean, you made butter chicken for me, and then we went to that hotel, and we went and had, I think on the first day we had Italian.
Yeah.
And then Alfie and I used to, while you were at work, Alfie and I used to walk to the gym and then walk back. Man, it was such a
it was a
peaceful
good trip.
time. Yeah, it was a good trip. Okay, so Jaison, as with tradition with Simple Ken, I have some questions for you from peeps. As I said, like you don't have to give advice. You just have to answer this question from your perspective, because it's kind of nerve-wracking to form the perfect answer. So just answer it from your perspective. Doesn't matter if it's right or wrong. It's just your perspective. Okay. This, I thought, was an interesting question for you. I'll tell you why at the end of it. So Samir here _ says, hey Kenny, I got a few questions here. Do you ever think about your childhood, teenage days, and what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you do? Second, would you ever want to go back and relive it? Well, not all of it, but those special moments we have as children or as teenagers. 3, which generation do you like better? Yours or the millennials? As in, who is more sensible and understanding from your perspective? Also, one correction, Samir, I am also a millennial. Anyone who's born after 1980 is a millennial. So I'm not old. So 3 questions. One is, do you think about your childhood a lot? Second, do you want to go back and relive a particular moment? And third, do you think our parents' generation is better or our generation is better? That's a heavy question. The reason I asked is because...
That's very heavy, yeah.
The reason I asked is because I know for a fact that you don't have any regrets in life. You're a very happy guy. So I thought it'd be interesting for you to answer this.
You're partly right. Would I go back and change anything? Yes, there's certain aspects of I would like to change where I made my priorities in life, definitely as a kid, were not the best. So definitely going back and kind of understanding. But then it's what made us right now, right? I mean, that's what defined us and led us to the path of where I am right now. Yeah. So definitely, but do I regret it? Definitely not. I mean, I'm glad that I went through those experiences, and my life is very, very weird in the sense that, I mean, you keep on saying that I'm this rich kid or the rich friend of yours, right? I mean, you keep on referring to, but dude, to be honest, when I went to school, right? So I studied in, the international school, Bangalore, TISB.
Which is a very poor school in Bangalore.
Okay, so I agree with you. And dude, I felt like I was the poor kid in that school.
In context. Okay, in relative to your classmates.
Yes, and it's like this endless line. There's always going to be someone who's going to be richer than you, right? And people used to be like, "Oh my," and I could understand what they're feeling because it's so hard to keep up. When they used to go and go on these like lavish, fancy lunches and just chilling out. You would easily squander about like $500,000. And dude, being a kid in school, that's a lot of money, right? And I used to hate taking money from my parents, right? And just kind of keeping up in that lifestyle was overwhelming. And I made this decision to study in India. So my whole batch went abroad, okay? And I made this decision to study in India, St. Joseph's, right?
Yeah.
And that was the best thing that ever happened to me, because did I take back anything from an educational perspective? Hell no. I didn't learn shit in Joseph. But it really taught me, I made my best friends over there, right? Bangalore life, college life was the best, right? I mean, we also went through college life together, and we went through those amazing fests and everything, and it really gave me a perspective so me being the rich kid, right? Going to St. Joseph's was a huge transition in my life. Different setting, right? And it really grounded me in the sense that it really taught me not to judge anyone from where they come from, right? Because I probably met the most creative people. They might not be intellectually the smartest or the most business savvy, but in terms of creativity, they were so well creative, and it just baffled me. But then they were just so limited because they didn't have the confidence to kind of take it to the next level.
Yeah.
So going to Joseph's was definitely I had the best memories, made the best friends. It was a great experience.
The moment you said Joseph's, all I can think of is Chinlung. Chinlung, for the people who don't know, is a rooftop bar, which sounds fancy, but trust me, it's not. It's in Bangalore. And if you go to Chinlung, you will bump into a Josephite, and that's not an expression. Like, a Josephite will physically bump into you because he's so drunk.
I remember you made that one song, right, about a night out. Do you remember? This was during college days. It was about... you made a song about, and I think you had a Josephite in mind. It starts like, wake up in the morning, smoke up a J.
Oh my God. What, I wrote this song?
Yeah, you wrote this, man, for sure.
Wake up in the morning, I smoke up a J. Yeah, what is this song?
Yeah. It was about, I know that was about like the nightlife, and you had a Josephite in mind. Like, you had the...
Yeah, because I don't smoke up. Jason, can you tell everyone? Nobody believes me.
Oh my God! Do you remember that day?
Okay, I'll tell you.
Oh my God!
So Jaison was, I'm not a big drinker. Still, I'm not a big drinker. But Jaison was like, the first time you drink, you have to drink with me. And I was like, of course, Jaison, you're my best friend. I want to drink with you. And then this was in 11th, right? Or 12th? Or first year college? I don't think it's... I think it's... I don't know. I am confused. So we are at your place. I don't know if your parents even know this story.
No. I mean, my parents were out of town. So
yeah, they were out of town. I mean, do they know this now? Like, have you told them what we did?
No.
So they were not home, and then you were like, I was like, what should we have first? And you're like, let's have vodka. And we had, we had 6 shots of vodka.
And I don't even think it was like legit vodka. It was like some stash that my dad had, and I think it was like some Japanese alcohol.
Oh my God, it was sake or something?
I don't know what it was exactly, but...
So we had 6, nothing's happening.
Yeah.
And then, do you remember, we went into... Your dad's going to kill us. We went into your dad's car and I was doing burnouts.
Oh my...
Do you remember this?
I remember. Yes, I remember. And I don't know why I even let you do that, because I knew that it's going to screw up my dad's car completely. And I gave you complete freedom to screw up my car. Wow. Okay.
And then you loved it. Like, I did it once and you like, do it again.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God. I think those tire marks those burn marks are still there in my road.
Oh man. And then nothing hit us. And then we had, prior to that, fish curry rice.
Oh my God.
And then
I know where this is going.
And nothing hit us. And then we had another 6 shots. So ladies and gentlemen, we had 12 shots of what we thought is vodka. 12 clean shots. And Jaison is not someone who's never drank before. Like, Jaison drinks all the time. So it's bizarre that he did this to both of us. And then it hit me. And I puked.
Do you know when it hit you? So I think we went upstairs.
And we were playing PlayStation.
We were playing PlayStation. And then that's when it happened.
Yeah, you know what? That's a memory I don't want to relive.
I completely forgot. Yeah.
Oh man, I puked my soul out that day.
Yeah.
You put a bucket next to me and you kept coming into the room and you said, Kenneth, it's all part of the fun.
Yeah, I remember that. I think I said that 10 times that night.
Oh.
And you were like, Jaison, just leave me alone.
Oh man, that was
But yeah, coming back to the question, right?
Yeah.
Regrets, no, but I think every decision we made in the past defines who we are today. And especially everyone has their own pace, right? There are people who become super successful so fast, and sometimes they can't even handle it, right? Whereas some people take it slow, and they have a slow pace, but maybe they might take longer to be successful. But since they went through all those horrible instances in their life, they're able to kind of handle the success once they finally achieve it.
Yeah.
So, I don't think anyone should regret, but just don't repeat and move on and move forward.
And what do you think about classic question? What do you think about this generation versus our parents' generation?
What about? So, our parents obviously worked way harder than us, right, to reach where they were. Hence, that's why, the discipline and everything of that sort. But obviously,
do you think you're like your dad or like your mom?
I'm a mash of both. I have the temperament of my dad.
Yeah.
But my mom, I felt I got her, what I've inherited from her was staying in touch with family, right? And as we get older, family becomes, I'm sure you feel the same, right? Don't you feel as you get older, you become, family becomes such an integral part of your life?
I completely agree. And the older I'm getting, you kind of realize how futile career goals are. And how futile making money or being better at something is so dumb. All you actually get joy from is talking to you or spending time with people you love. And I love talking to dad and being like his friend now, because he doesn't have to worry anymore. He's not worrying about my future. Those stuff is so much more fulfilling, and you're definitely right. Yeah.
And I know you have your dad is the best. No traditional dad would. I remember he invested in so much equipment initially, right?
Yeah, he bought me the camera. He
bought you the camera.
Remember, he rented that big film camera for us for one day.
Yeah, I remember, So that's awesome that you had, and it's unfortunate some people don't have that kind of support. But you and I are both blessed that, my dad always supported whatever I did, he always said that, you do what you what you love, right? So blessed, man.
Yeah, man. So actually this question is kind of, I wanted your perspective on this again. So this is from Stratigma _. I don't even know if these usernames are real. Do you think so much when you make a username on Instagram or YouTube? Stratigma.
No, man.
I don't even know. Yeah. You just use your name, right?
Yeah, I just use my name. It's just straightforward, simple, direct.
That's true. So, hey, I really like the show. I don't know whether this is a common thing or not, but I've been doing things because I'm good at it. Let's just say studies. But then I have reached a point where I'm not good at it and I don't love it too. And recently I put aside all my liking/hobbies to focus on it, and nothing changed apart from me becoming more stressed out. So I gave up on that because it was only getting worse. And things that I used to like aren't giving me the joy I used to get from it. So right now, I don't know what my calling is. I don't know. And I know I have to figure it out soon. I'm 21 now, but don't know how. What should I do? Also, do you believe that if we just keep surviving, we will one day find our calling/aim? What do you think? What do you think? It's quite heavy.
First of all, you're 21. You're just beginning life right now, man. We're hitting 30, and I'm still trying to figure out exactly. I've kind of positioned myself where I'm using my full-time job as a vehicle to do what I love, right? And I completely agree with you when people say, chase after your dreams. You should not chase after your dreams. You need to first stabilize yourself, make sure that you can pay the bills. Right. Yeah. And then, kind of set yourself financially to fund what you want to do in life, right? What you're passionate about. Yeah. So, coming back to the question, don't stress out. You're just 21. I'm guessing you just graduated from college. I know it's a tough time right now because of the pandemic, you know, and with the economy, but all I can say is things will fall into place as long as you have a clear vision on and look up, and whatever life throws at you, as long as you can move forward, things will fall into place. Just hang around with the right friends. I think friends are so important in terms of your growth, right? Because
that's a good point you brought up. Like, how do you know your friends? Because you think all your friends are great, right? Like, you would never look at a friend circle and be like, oh, this guy is a piece of shit and a bad influence. You think all your friends are great and different and wonderful. Like, how do you know that your friend circle is good for you?
I mean, that's a great question. Because, and I recently had this conversation with my brother, right?
Oh,
and I want to know your perspective as well. So he was like, dude, Jaison, you need to reach out to your friends, right? And, you know, start networking and kind of build a good network of friends, right? You know, you need to be more social. And I am a social guy, but I'm very selective with my circles of friends, right?
Dude, you're very social. What is Sunil saying?
Yeah,
it makes no sense.
No. What he's trying to say is, you know, to start reaching, like, would you reach out to all your school friends and, you know, say, hey, let's hang out and,
what do you think? What do you think, Jaison?
No, right? Exactly.
I mean, it's not like I don't want to, but I'm so bad at it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's not about being bad, but so his point was, you know, you really need to expand your circles. You know, you might, on a professional level, they might help you. And once you establish that, you know, you can't just ask anyone a favor at some point in time, right? You obviously have to maintain. And so his point was more of quantity over quality. And I'm like, there's some people who I cannot be 100% myself, right? And would you go out of the way to hang out with someone where you might be judged when you know, you kind of have to be sometimes you have to put this whole cool persona, like, you know, you gotta always be on your best version of yourself. And it gets exhausting, right? Because when I hang out with, like, you know, our group or, you know, anyone else, I can just kind of throw that aside and just be my silly, goofy, whoever I want to be. And I don't want to put an effort to hang out with people. So that is my answer to what is a good friend and a bad friend. A good friend is they'll accept you for whoever you are. You can dress the worst. You can look, you know, you don't have to be so, you know, on your A game all the time. And they'll still, you know.
What if they tell the other friends that you're the bad influence because you don't dress well?
Oh, that would be quite a turn of stories.
No, but it's a very good point. I mean, I completely agree with you. And I think Sunil is what, 3 years younger than you? 4 years younger than you?
No, he's 2 years, yeah.
Oh, just 2 years. I don't know. I think the older you get, I know we're not that old, but you're completely right. After a while, you can't do this bullshit of like behaving like extra polite and not saying what you want to say. It gets really annoying. And the older you get, it's just like, can I just be around people who I can just say something and they won't take it the wrong way and there's no drama. Yeah,
so there's no drama. But do you also believe in having a smaller circle of friends?
I mean, I don't have a choice, Jaison, because I'm so bad at keeping in touch that only few are left. Yeah. No, I completely agree. Like, it's I can name them. Like, it's you, Tara, Nikhil, and our Bangalore group. In the comedy circle, it's Kanan, Abish, Naveen. I mean, these are like the people I'll call immediately, and I know, and Biswa, and that's it. And that's all you need. And anyone else it's not like they're not my friend, but I don't think I'll be able to call them or text them every other day. Because as you said rightly, as your brother said, you can't just call them when you want to and ask for a favor. I mean, it's not like you have friends to ask for favors. It's just that
exactly.
If you're gonna become friends with someone, you should put some big words coming from me, but you should put some effort.
You should take your own advice.
But dude, like during this pandemic, I for some reason thought that I would miss people more and I would want to talk to them. But the opposite happened. Like, I got very isolated. Like, I didn't feel like, but every time I spoke to someone, I loved it. Like I loved it. But then again, I go back into this isolation mode. I just go into my head. I'm very lucky that I'm around a lot of people. But I don't know. But
I mean, I feel people who are staying alone in this pandemic, I mean, it would be terrible, man. I mean, I'm so lucky to have, my wife Alfie, and we...
I thought you forgot for a second.
No, of course not. She would kill me. She's right in front of me, actually. So,
so sweet. She's monitoring.
Yeah.
Us.
So, she's doing the technical things. But, I mean, hats off to the people who are doing this alone, because I would never have been able to do this alone, And, but I mean, what are the perks of, I always curious to know like how people are handling this whole pandemic, right? Like, what are the good you got out of this pandemic?
Oh man, like the best thing that happened was I started relaxing. From the last 2 years, I've been trying to kind of ease my work schedule, but if I'm at home, my brain's like, you should be out there doing something. You should be traveling, going to an open mic. But I think when the pandemic happened, it was like, for my safety, I shouldn't go out. So I had to sit at home and like start reading way more books than I used to, and draw. And I
started reading a lot, right?
Yeah, I've been reading like a madman, and it's great. And I started playing. Now I work out almost every day. Or do some physical activity. So it's been, I basically started living like a normal person, like a healthy person. The biggest thing is, Jaison, for first time in 10 years, I've slept for 8 hours for like 8 months straight.
Oh, so that's awesome.
It's been great.
Yeah, your sleep cycles have been messed up, man. But I really took this opportunity to learn like certain skills, right? Because now we have this suddenly
a particular set of skills.
So I've actually stepped up my cooking game, right? I took this opportunity to do that, and started playing the guitar.
Dude, I forgot to tell you, when you did the mic test and you sent me the you were playing Wonderwall, right?
I was playing Wonderwall, Dude,
it was damn good, because I saw your first version where you were playing the guitar, and it wasn't that good, so I didn't say anything. But then when you sent it now, I was like, damn, you've become so much better. So you picked it up so fast.
I've started practicing, and dude, the other thing I picked up was I suddenly got into like mixology, like mixing drinks and stuff. So
wow,
I basically...
what are you going to put 6 shots in one drink?
So, maybe you should come over and we should relive our past.
Okay, what's the coolest drink you've learned to make?
I've just started, but making margaritas, mojitos, cosmopolitans.
What a social thing to do. Like, what a social skill to have.
So, you know what? There's a reason why I chose these 3 skills, right? Because I love hosting events, right? And everyone keeps on telling me I should have got into event management. I should have gotten into like hospitality. So when I throw like these house parties, I'm like, what are the main things to host the most epic, house parties? So I was like mixing drinks, cooking good food, and playing music. So I thought perfecting these 3 things would be an awesome skill to pick up.
Cool, Jaison. I think we have come to the end of our episode. We had a long conversation where we covered our alcoholic endeavors, our performance endeavors, our outlook on friends and marriage. So thank you so much for joining me for this episode and being lovely. Of course. And planning so well with cameras and ring light and sending me tests and everything. It'll be a good episode. It'll be great.
Yeah, man. Hope so. Hope something to take from this.
Yeah, man. It definitely was. And it was nice that I got to talk to you and relive those, because I think we objectively relive those moments, because when we are hanging out, we kind of assume we know these memories anyway. But it was nice to kind of relive them for the audience. We had a good life, man. We had a good childhood. Yeah.
We did for sure.
Cool. Thank you, Jaison. And I'll just say bye-bye to this audience. If you want, you can continue watching.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, cool. Thank you guys for joining me and Jaisa for this episode of Simple Ken. It's episode 20. Wow, it's been 20 episodes of this project that I am still very confused about, but I get a lot of joy from it, and I get to do whatever I want. It's not like people were stopping me before. Please leave your questions on Instagram or on YouTube. You can listen to this show on Apple Podcasts. You don't even have to download the app. It's already on your iPhone. It's on Podcasts. Podcast app is there. Or on Google Podcasts. It's everywhere. So check it out. And thank you again for listening and subscribing and liking and making this very beautiful community. And also showering a lot of love to Tara. And of course, you're going to shower love to Jaison. And, being sweet and welcoming them to the scary world of content creation and YouTube. Let's keep at least our nook sweet and safe. Again, guys, have a lovely week. And yeah, this episode also came out on time. So I guess we're being pretty regular here. Thank you so much. And let's see who comes on for the next episode, or it's just going to be me. Anyway, let's see. That's the level of planning you can expect. Okay, guys. Thank you. Tata. Bye-bye.
It's time for simple. It's time.